Hey everyone, Kevin here with a soap video. Today I'm going to do another in the series of my masculine sort of themed soaps. And let's get right to it. So let's go over the recipe. I'm going to call this one Whiskey Nights. And that's because of the fragrance mixture I've mixed up, which I'll go over in a second. And the color theme is sort of a warm, dark kind of color scheme, and I'll go over the colors here in a second. The oils that I have in my bowl: 300 grams of olive oil pomace, 300 grams of coconut oil 76 degree, 150 grams of cocoa butter, 150 grams of shea butter, 150 grams of beef tallow, 115 grams of avocado oil, 113 grams of castor oil, and 105 grams of rice bran oil. In my lye water solution, I have, it's a 475 grams of a 40% lye solution plus 240 grams of water. Gosh, I didn't write out exactly what those amounts are. It's 190 grams of lye plus, give me 1 second here, 525 grams of water. Okay? For additives, what I'll be adding to this is a tablespoon and a half of sodium lactate. I get mine from Lotion Crafters. Plus about a tablespoon and a half of local honey. This is from a place up near my dad that makes local honey. I have a tiny bit left, so I'm using what's left in my jar. So it's about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half or so of honey. Those are the only additives. The fragrance that I'm going to use is a combination of fragrance oils. It is 21 grams each of hot maple toddy, which is a fragrance oil from Nature's Gardens, crackling firewood, which is a fragrance oil from Nature's Garden, cognac and Cubans, which is a fragrance oil from Nature's Garden, and tobacco and bay, which is a fragrance oil from Brambleberry. So it's 21 grams each of those fragrance oils all mixed together. I was going for a kind of an alcohol, tobacco, smoky kind of thing, like a very masculine kind of fragrance. I think it came out really nice. It has I'm going to call it like a gentle warmth, a gentle smoky warmth, with a very subtle sweetness to it, I think. So it is definitely more of a masculine fragrance, but not overpowering. I wanted to do sort of, as I was thinking about it, and that's why I'm calling it Whiskey Nights. It's sort of a lazy, warm summer evening where you might be around like a campfire, having a cocktail. I myself don't smoke, but I think of, smoking a pipe or a cigar, something along those lines. Sort of very warm and masculine and just nice, but, not overpowering. So I think I came up with a nice blend. For the color scheme, again, I'm kind of going for warm and dark. So you can see here I have a row of micas and other colorants that I have mixed in oil. Starting over here, this is called Merlot Gold. It is a mica from the conservatory. Here I have a mixture of Merlot Gold and another mica called Ruby Red, also from the conservatory. This gives it sort of a warm coppery kind of color. I'm going to skip this one for a second. Over here is cocoa powder mixed in oil. So a nice, rich, chocolatey color. This one in between is a mixture of these two. So it's the gold and red mica plus some of the cocoa powder to give me a color that's in between. It's still red and warm, but it definitely has a lot of brown in it. And then finally on the end is something called muscadine, and it is a liquid colorant from Celestial Colors. Now it is almost black, but it has a bit of purple in it. I am not entirely sure if I'm going to use it, or if I am, I'm probably going to use it, I think, a little bit sparingly. I did add a tiny bit of it to this middle color as well. Again, I wanted something sort of dark to make the transition between these, which are much lighter, and these are much darker. So I added a little bit of the muscadine to that as well. Okay? And we're going to do a Tiger Swirl, just like we've been doing for my other masculine soaps. I'm going to be using my tall and skinny mold. This is from American Soap Supplies. This recipe has a little extra that fits in there, so I have this. I don't even remember exactly where I got this from. I think I got this when I first started soaping, but it's a nice small mold. So I'm going to pour my extra in here, and this will just be for me. I like making a little bit extra, so I have some for myself. Okay, that's it, I think. Oh, I also have some titanium dioxide, because while I want this sort of warm, rich color, I don't want it to be overwhelmingly dark here, because I'm afraid if I make all of these, especially these four colors, the bar is going to turn out just too dark. I think it might, it might make the bubbles really kind of brown and a little bit gross. So I might lighten them up. I'm going to see how the color goes with these. Okay? All right, so my temperatures, I'm a little warm today, actually. My lye water is around 90, and my oils are right around 100, 105, somewhere in there. So it's a little warmer than I normally soap. Okay. In goes my sodium lactate and my honey. I heated my honey up in the microwave just to make it a little bit easier to pour. Okay. And I'm going to put my fragrance in also just while I'm here. Okay, and let's give that a blend. Oh, that smells amazing. That is so good. Okay, so just wanted to blend that stuff together. I hope this doesn't speed up too much because of the honey and the multiple fragrance oils I have. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to mix this only to emulsify the oils, not anything else, and then I'm going to try and move kind of quickly again because I don't know if this is going to speed up too much, and I would like to do a Tiger Swirl. So I'm going to try and move pretty fast here. Okay, I think that's it. Again, I just don't want any extra, oils on top. I'm not spending a lot of time mixing this. Okay, 5 different containers. Just going to try and evenly divide the batter. I think for the muscadine, I'm going to keep that not quite so much. This will be the muscadine here on the end, I think. Okay, making a little bit of a mess. Okay, so this is the Merlot Gold. I'm not going to use all of it. This is the Merlot Gold plus the Ruby Red. This is the sort of darkened one of that same mixture. This is my cocoa. And then the muscadine, just a little bit in there. Let's give these all a mix. Okay. Yeah. This is thickening up a little bit, so. I'm hoping I can keep it fluid enough. Whoops. Okay, a little bit more of the muscadine, only because it's sort of a gray. Okay. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to add a little bit of titanium dioxide to each one here. Maybe not the brown one so much. Just to lighten them up a little bit. Okay. Okay. And I think I lightened the muscadine up a little too much, unfortunately. Okay. All right, I'm going to quickly move through a Tiger Swirl. I'm probably going to speed this up. Remember, a Tiger Swirl is just stripes down the middle, and just keep repeating. Okay, so I'm going to drop a few drops of oil, of this mica in oil. This is the darker of the gold and red. This is just a lollipop stick. Okay, so same one I did before. I'm going to do in a circle. If I draw a line down the center of this, I'm going to do circles on this side toward the middle, and then circles on this side toward the middle. I think that's it. I'm hoping that muscadine color doesn't get super purple and stays kind of a nice, warm, dark purplish. Here's a close-up of the top, if I can get there. Okay. All right, this is going to go in the fridge. Going to sit there for a couple of hours. I'll probably take it out tonight, let the soap sit overnight, and then cut it in the morning. So stay tuned after the break. Should be the cutting of Whiskey Nights. Hey everyone, Kevin here with the unmolding and cutting of Whiskey Nights. It's a little soft, but it should be fine. It went into the refrigerator for, maybe 4 hours or so. And then it sat on the counter overnight. So it's been about 20 hours total. From the time I poured it till now. I am excited to cut this because I'm hoping the design works out really well. The purple I used, that color that was called muscadine, I'm hoping it works well in this design. Okay, that's good. Let me move this over here. Got schmutz all over my hands. It's a little bit soft. Not bad though. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that is very nice. I couldn't really ask for anything better, actually. That was about what I was going for. I'm glad the purple one has this sort of, it's more of a pinkish kind of color to it. And there's not a lot of it. So, it may, I have a feeling, I've never used it before actually, so, but I have a feeling it may change a little bit over the next couple days as it cures here, but it's this thin layer that's sort of here and down here. So it looks kind of, it's probably hard to pick up. It's kind of gray, gray with a slight blue to it maybe. But I have a feeling after it gets exposed to air a little bit, you can see on the top here where it has more of a purplish pinkish tinge to it, and I have a feeling that's what will happen. So here's a larger sort of river of it right here. So I have a feeling that's what will happen to it as well. We'll get this sort of pinkish purplish tinge, which is great. I think that works fine for my design here. So again, I was going for sort of warm, kind of honey colors with, you know, kind of a dusky, nighttime kind of theme, like, not nighttime, but dusk, like getting close to nighttime. That's sort of what I was kind of going for. So the colors worked out just fantastic. See if I can get a little close up here. And beautiful swirl. So that Tiger Swirl, I've been sticking, I hadn't really, when I started this series, doing the masculine series, I hadn't really planned on making them all Tiger Swirls, but they just, I think it lends itself to a design that feels sort of masculine. I think sometimes fancy swirls or like ethereal kinds of, swirls feel more feminine, or even sometimes drop swirls feel that way. But this Tiger Swirl feels more masculine to me. It's sort of structured, but still has kind of a design element to it. So I just decided when I did the second soap to do another Tiger Swirl, and I'm going to do, I think, 6 in this series of masculine soaps total. And I think this is number 4. So I have 2 more to go. And I just decided to stay with the Tiger Swirl for all of them. So, okay, that is it. Comments, questions, leave them below. If you like this video, click that thumbs up button. If you aren't subscribed to my channel and you like soap making and paper crafting and card making and just kind of crafty stuff in general, click on that subscribe button. If you have comments or questions, leave them down below. I do try to answer most of the questions that I get. I do get quite a few of them. So if I happen to miss a question and you don't, and I tend to answer them pretty quickly. So if you ask me a question and you don't hear a response, let's say within a week or so, feel free to ask me again. It might have gotten lost. I try to answer everything and keep track of it, but sometimes I do get a lot of questions. So, and with my work schedule, it sometimes makes it hard to answer everything kind of in a timely fashion. So that's it. Okay, everybody. Have a great day, and check back here at Divinely Designed for more videos.